What's good, y'all? I'll come back and tell you guys about this movie, The Kitchen.
Hey, Grady says
my daughter's liking the way Tiffany Haddish is looking.
Some expenses came up.
And Melissa kind of got a tight waist there.
Why are you fucking lying?
So I'll come back and talk to y'all a little bit about it.
You and me were never gonna be.
What's good, y'all? So I'm coming to y'all real quick to talk about The Kitchen 2019 with Tiffany Haddish. And you got Melissa McCartney and what is the other lady's name? Elizabeth Moss. And this is based on a comic book, a Vertigo comic book series from DC Entertainment. I didn't know that. You heard me? I was wondering why they put that on the beginning.
What?
It is based off a Vertigo comic book series, DC Entertainment.
Oh.
Okay, I didn't know that. This was released in August. Wow. And they got about 3.5 stars, y'all. But
That's it?
yeah, that's it. See, that's why you gotta watch movies for yourself. This may or may not have some spoilers in it, so if you don't want to know anything about it, you can go ahead and click off. They are the wives of Irish mobsters who take over organized crime operations in New York's Hell's Kitchen. So I guess that's why they call it The Kitchen. In the late 1970s. So when it started, it was January 1978. I was like, oh. After the FBI arrest their husbands, they also they took over everything. See. So Kathy she should be Melissa McCartney. Her husband is kind. They describe him as kind. Jimmy. And what they got? African American Ruby. That's Tiffany Haddish. She's married to Kevin, the son of Helen, which I thought was a dude. And heir to their mob empire. And timid Claire is married to Rob, who abuses her. So one night, the men are busted by the FBI agents and they're sentenced to 3 years in prison. And little Jackie becomes head of the mob and tells the wives they'll be taken care of, but the money isn't enough for the women to survive. So they tried to go in and they were scared, to talk to him. And he was like, I'll give you the money that you deserve, that I think you deserve to get. Basically. And he was like, y'all take it or leave it. So they started to, it says the women discover that the local businesses paying protection fees are not happy under little Jackie. So they began collecting fees and helping out the neighborhood, making profits and becoming beloved in the community. So they knew this has some lady empowerment in it that I like about it. So when Jackie finds out, he goes after the women, but is killed by Gabriel O'Malley. He's a former Irish mob enforcer called in by Ruby. So little Jackie was trying to rape Claire in the alley, and dude came up and shot him. And she had blood. She looked like she had ombre on the side of her head, but it looked nasty. And so then Gabriel took Jaggy back to the apartment, had him in a tub, and was trying to teach the ladies how to chop them up, basically. And Tiffany Haddish and Melissa McCartney, they didn't want no parts of it, but the one that they claimed was timid, she was all into it. She like, give me that knife and show me what to do. I was like, oh my gosh. And then after they chop up the bodies, they put them in the river. I said, my goodness. he was trying to tell them, he said, you gotta deflate the lungs first, because if you don't, the body's gonna pop up and you're gonna have a whole deal of trouble. And I'm like, oh my goodness. So Gabriel and Claire, they started getting on too, because I'm like, he probably like, dang, this girl, she ride or die. She gonna help me cut up the bodies. Chill. So they had to meet up with the head of the Italian mafia. So his name is Alfonso. He suggests they make a deal and tells them he's arranged for their husbands to be released for prison. Knowing this would threaten the women's power, Coretti says he'll support them and give them more of the city to control. And the women take the deal. So when the husbands get out of prison, Kevin thinks he's in charge. Jimmy pressures Kathy for them to leave their life of crime, and Rob is furious that Claire left him for Gabriel. Chill. When Rob tracks Claire down, he punches her in the stomach twice. Okay? And she had a gun up under the pillow and shot him straight in the heart. I even feel sorry for him. And she said, You was abusing me and you made us lose our baby, and then you still abused me after we lost the baby. You made me lose the baby. So she shot him straight in the heart. One shot. She took him out. And she was at the river. She at the river by herself. And I said, they cut up the bodies. But I'm like, Dad, that still should be heavy. I don't even want to know. These movies make you think, though. Like, I don't know, y'all. I don't even. So after Rob's murder, Coretti tells the women that a contract has been placed on them, y'all. So I'm not going to spoil the whole movie. I just thought that I've never seen Tiffany Haddish playing basically a serious role. And she had it going on. She looked good. But for I think the only thing I saw her close to a serious role was Night School, in a way, with Kevin Hart, where she was trying to teach them. She had some serious moments. But this one, she's serious throughout the whole movie. So I just thought that was an interesting take on Tiffany Haddish, because people always say, there's a lot of people that say she's not funny and blah, 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 so who knows? Maybe this would be her breakout role to something else there. That's the kitchen, y'all. If y'all didn't know what the graphics will look like. Because it's set in the 70s. Usually movies that are set old-timey, I don't know what it is. I get bored. But I'm not too bored with this, y'all. I would definitely give it more than a 3.5. I would say based on Tiffany Haddish's acting alone, Melissa McCarthy too. She usually plays comedy, and so she's serious. So both of them, right? And she's lost a lot of weight. But yeah, I think it's worth a try. It's on DVD now, so, and I'm sure all your streaming services. So, or Redbox, you can rent for $1.86, I believe. But it's pretty good. And plus, I didn't know it was part of a comic book series. I had no idea. So if anybody has seen The Kitchen, let me know what you thought about it. Or if you think you're going to see it now that you saw me talk about it. All right, guys. Don't forget to like, or if you don't like the video, you can thumbs down the video. You won't hurt my feelings. I promise. And don't forget to subscribe. Alrighty. See you next time.